Hello everybody and welcome back to Impro at Cooking with Dopefish. It's been way too long since we had one of these, and today we're going to cook steak with some mushrooms on the side, but the main thing we're doing is steak. There's way too many people who don't know how to cook a good steak. As an example, let's look at when Flippin tried the steak. Spoilers, he fucked it up.
I realized just how much thinner it is now, so it's probably gonna come out shitty. Let's take a look. Oh no! I fucked it up, guys. That's about as well as I can come with while keeping it yeah. I fucked it up. Oh well. At least it's juicy. That is the one thing that I gotta say.
Oh Flippin, we all know that's a lie. If your steak is grey like that, there's no way it's juicy. Now, let me show you how it's supposed to be done.
Alrighty then, let's chop up some mushrooms, shall we? Just half. Oh man, this is not a good cutting board at all. But I wanted to show it, it's so pretty. Cut the shroom in half and then just start working your way over it. Flip it over. There we go, nice mushroom slices.
Now, if you don't like mushrooms, well, you don't know very much about video games. But you don't have to use them. This is just one example of a side dish that you could make for your steak. If you don't like mushrooms, then make something else.
Chop up some greens. Let's wash them off. Try to stack these up a bit and just give them a couple of chops. There we go.
I'm gonna be putting a shitload of garlic with these mushrooms. If you don't like garlic that much, then use less or skip it completely. It's gonna not be as good, but you know. If you're a sissy or something, then don't use as much garlic. Anyway, you just crush them with your knife. It's quite fun to do, you should try it. And just peel them, and that's it.
Big piece of butter.
Once the butter is melted, just go ahead and throw your mushrooms and garlic straight in there. Give it a nice bit of salt. That salt is just gonna drive the liquid out of the mushrooms. And that's really gonna help those mushrooms crisp up and caramelize once the water has vaporized. These fuckers are gonna take like forever to caramelize, so go play some video games or something. Of course, you'll need to stir occasionally, just to make sure it doesn't burn and that everything gets cooked evenly. As soon as the garlic is soft enough, just take your wooden spoon or spatula or whatever you're using and just smash them up, smash them to bits. It's quite fun, helps pass the time while you're waiting for the mushrooms to brown up. Once the mushrooms are almost there, you're gonna add up those green peas, sugar snap, sweet pods. I couldn't find a translation for what the fuck they're called. I think it's something like snap peas, or sugar peas, or sugar snap peas, or trapeze artist, I don't know. Just add them, they're gonna take a while to cook, so just keep stirring around. And once it's all brown and nice and the peas are cooked, get it out of the pan, transfer it to a bowl. Back in the pan, I'm adding some red wine vinegar and then some red wine, and basically we're just gonna make a red wine reduction. Just let that boil down for a bit and concentrate the flavor. Add some really nice concentrated beef stock and then just pour it back over the mushrooms. Give it a nice stir around in that bowl and put it aside for now. And it's time for the steak. Oh yeah, what you've all been waiting for, hopefully. Unless you're some sort of vegan, you need not apply or something. Just go away. This is real people's food. I mean, who doesn't like charred animal corpses? Anyway, as you can see, I patted the steaks down with a bit of kitchen towel just to get the moisture away. Add some oil to them, and then we're gonna flavor them up, season them up, spice them up. I guess all three. I'm gonna be using just some salt and pepper and a bit of chili flakes. I really like the flavor of it. You can use whatever you want, as long as you don't overpower the taste of meat. Oh boy, it's time to cook! Your pan needs to be smoking hot, like really hot. Did you hear that sound? If your steaks didn't make that sound, your pan just wasn't hot enough. Don't be afraid, it's made of metal. It's not like it's gonna melt or anything. Just make it really hot. We want to caramelize the outside quickly without overcooking the middle. Just make it really nice, a really nice char on the outside that's gonna be really tasty and flavorful, but still being extremely juicy and just delicious in the middle. Now I'm cooking with sirloin here, I think that's the translation. Of course your cooking times are gonna vary depending on what you're doing. These are maybe, I don't know, 4 centimeters thick? Is that like an inch and 1/2 quarter of a half inch? Something like that? I mean, I know my imperial measurements. Anyway, your cooking time is gonna vary, but it's not gonna take very long. Since we're making a rare steak here, am I right? Everybody likes rare, right? What? Personal preference? Fuck that! We're gonna be flipping them at about a minute. We're gonna have a minute on each side. That's gonna make them really nice and rare inside. What's that? You want yours kind of medium? Okay. Okay, I'll make one of them medium. You should stop whining, alright? That's fine. Just flip them at a minute, and then just keep the medium one in for an additional 1, maybe 1.5 minutes, depending on exactly how medium you want it. When you're cooking steak, really you want to use like a heavy bottomed pan, maybe cast iron or stainless steel. I didn't have one at the time, I have bought one since, but it doesn't really count since I didn't use it. But yeah, thick bottom, it gives the pan good heat retention, which means that when you put the steaks in, the pan doesn't cool down quite as much, because there's like a lot of metal in the bottom that's all heated all the way through, so it's harder to cool it down. Which is good for steak, because you really want the pan to be hot, and you want the things to caramelize. You want the steaks to really caramelize. Just keep flipping the medium one every now and then, until it's done. When cooking steak, it's very important, although it is hard because steak is delicious, it's very important to let the steaks rest. You just want to put them aside, put them on a plate, and just let them sit there for a while. It will just make them so much more juicy. If you cut up a steak immediately, you'll have juice all over the plate. The juice won't be in your mouth, but instead it will leak out of the steak and just be all over the place. You want to just let them rest for a bit, and the juice will stay inside the steak, and it will be juicy when you eat it, and it'll be so much better. I don't really know what else to say. I don't know why I decided to do this steak cooking in real time. It's taken forever. I guess I'll just keep talking until the timers run out. That's like, I'm like a politician on a debate. Because I just keep saying things that don't make no sense. Oh, look, it's done! Hey, let's eat. Oh, wait, we need to let them rest. Oh, God, the white balance! Why would you do this? So much smoke. Yeah. So we're adding some more red wine to this pan here. It's got a lot of those really nice caramelized, I used that word like 78 times during this, I think. Caramelized meat parts and some spice at the bottom of the pan that we want to add to our mushrooms. So add some red wine to deglaze the pan. Deglazing is basically when you take something acidic and make all those juicy kind of burnt bits that are in the pan not be in the pan instead, but in the sauce instead, to add the flavor to the sauce. Yeah, it'll make everything taste a lot better. Trust me. Just boil the wine down again. I went ahead and added a shitload of thyme here. I kind of forgot about that. But yeah, dry thyme. It's great for this. Don't forget it. Add it. Fuck. And once it's like almost completely gone, add a big bit of butter. And turn the heat off at this point. We don't want the butter to boil. Just add the butter and just mix the butter in there. Just keep stirring. And once the butter is incorporated with that nice red wine reduction, we're going to throw our mushrooms, garlic, and snappy green sugar peas back in, stir it around, and we're basically ready to serve. Once our meat has rested and everything else is ready to go, we're gonna cut the meat up and see if we failed or succeeded. Spoiler, we succeeded. Oh man, doesn't that just look delicious? A really nice caramelized outside and a really juicy center. Perfect rare. Well, at least in my opinion. And my opinion is the best one. Let's look at the medium, shall we? Oh man, it's really nice, isn't it? To be fair, it's leaning slightly towards medium rare than a plain medium. But look, it just got that really nice pink, like shading is changing into darker and darker towards the middle. I'm pretty impressed. I wish I had some left so I could eat it right now. Man, I wish I had some steak right now. You know what? I don't like plating. I don't know how to do it. So I just kind of had some fun with it. I played with my food. Is that not allowed? I'm sorry. But it was still delicious. Just look at it. It looked kind of fun.
It's missing something. Look at that. It's got a green thing on top.
As you can see, I served my steak and mushrooms with some sort of triangle-looking things. They're called rusty, and it's like a potato cake type thing. They come in a bag, you put them in the oven, and they're done. I mean, it was lazy, but fuck, I'd already cooked 2 things, and I was running out of battery. So yeah, we are done. Thank you all for watching. It was fun. Did you have fun? I hope you had fun. As always, any comments, criticisms, suggestions, improvements, leave them in the comments. Did this video suck? Tell me why. Did you enjoy it? Tell me why. You know the drill. You know how it works. Until next time, everybody, don't forget to cook, I guess? Is that my catchphrase now? Don't forget to cook. That sounds terrible. I'm so sorry. Just sort of boil the wine for a bit until the liquid gets gone. The liquid disappears. The liquid vaporizes. The liquid vaporizes.